Hi, hello everyone. Good afternoon once again. So, am I audible? Our strength is quite fine, so we can start from here. Okay. So now our agenda is today is to we will be going to learn about somewhat more built-in string function. Okay. Though I have covered almost this topic previously as well, and yes, somebody has pinged me. I don't know, means like his or her name. She was asking about, I guess he or she, I don't remember the name actually, like one of the topic where actually we have covered module. So I don't know whether you guys are still want that topic or not, but still if you guys will insist me to do that, definitely I can do that, but not now. Maybe later on, after some time I can start same session. Okay. Anyway, uh, let me just cover one more thing here is, so yesterday we have learned about what, I don't know how many of you have remember this. So have we covered built-in string function, guys? I guess you guys are having fun while you were doing coding on built-in string function. So I do remember, like I have given one small example, and somebody has said even like, can you sir again explain the same thing? Okay, good. So let me share that previous example which I have shared yesterday only. Yes. So somebody was asking like, can you explain me again? So I don't know, means where exactly you want me to explain. But when I started, giving session on stride, so the stride is pretty much, straightforward, where exactly we were, listening about this another thing, which is nothing but the add-on on slicing when we do string slicing, and then we generally get step size, or here we need to mention some step size, and when we need to mention step size, then definitely on that time, or maybe on that index, we don't get anything. So we wanted to print something which is not on the index which I wanted to skip. Okay. So now this is one thing which I would like to take it up again. And then I have given one pretty much straightforward example. So you can see here I have clearly showed you, like, if your string is like this, and then if you are going to mention step is equal to 2, then you will get, you have to skip the a, and second position, then fourth position, and then sixth position. When I say that, means it's a indexes. Okay. Now when we used to do step is equal to 3, then what exactly we will be getting is, we would like to skip these two things, these two. Okay. And then we will be getting s. Okay. So in this manner we can mention whatever step size we wanted to mention. So here I have just mentioned 2, and here I have mentioned 3. So that's what we have learned in the last class. So today I am gonna go to the next topic, which is still you can say like it's quite related to string itself. So we will see. So I don't know, means like you guys have gone to the slicing and stride as well. Now, do you guys have had a thought of you know like, when I will pass this? Let me share with you. I'm passing here positive integer. Okay, 3, 2, 0, or maybe 1. Okay, do you guys know, like, shall we pass negative integer here? Should we pass 0? Or what should be the sequence of this? Nobody has asked any question regarding the same. So I just wanted to know from you guys. You must have looked into this particular use case, or maybe you can say one of the example which I have taken in front of you. Just I wanted to know from you all, do you guys really think or had a thought of, like, whether he's whether we will be able to pass here negative integer or not? So does anybody having any thought of it, like whether we would be able to pass negative, or whether we would be able to pass zero number, or whether integer would be anything? So can somebody just tell me what would be the reason, or and if you had a thought of it, then tell me what exactly the value is. Okay. Now once again, Let me cover you the negative part, and you can say like when we pass negative integer. Okay, so if you will see here, now I have written here clearly, in case of slicing, I don't know whether you are able to see my screen or not, but yeah, it's pretty much clear. In case of any slicing, the first and second indices can be omitted. So when I say can be omitted, okay, that means you don't need actually. It can, you cannot take it as well. Okay, now that is where you generally used to keep one more indices for doing stride, and then the default to the first and the last characteristic respectively. Okay, so what does that mean is, suppose I'm going to take example. So let me take this example which I'm taking from here, and let me perform these are what all operation I have mentioned clearly here. Okay, so let me do that. Let me open my Jupyter notebook, and then again let me perform the same. Here I am writing this function, and then I should have to write like this now. So tell me, somebody can tell me what would be the output. Yesterday only you have learned about string, because this is the string, so I am just trying to use this operator. So I just wanted to know from you guys what should be the output before proceeding. Okay, somebody can say, somebody is saying something, no output. Okay, what about others? Can you guys please elaborate on the same? I just wanted to know what would be the output. Guys, please, I don't know whether no output. Okay, thank you so much, 528. Thank you so much. You are absolutely correct. I really appreciate. Who is that? Can I know the name? 528. I would like to know. Okay, Shweta. Thank you so much, Shweta. Thank you so much. Yes. So here, if I'm gonna print, let me print here like this, fn. See, 99128, 99128 again. Okay, and 99128 again. So you can see here how many times it's getting repeated. It is getting repeated 4 times. That means here, so that's what I'm saying. Yesterday only we have learned about this, and today you have forgotten. So I don't able to understand why you guys don't do once again my revision kind of thing. Or maybe before coming to the class, you at least you should listen my YouTube link. So guys, please, I mean, it's not funny, but I was expecting you, because it was the same topic I have covered yesterday only, and today I'm gonna ask something, then you guys are not able to give answer. So at least you should think about it, why, where exactly you are lagging. So I must say one thing: you are lagging in one place. You are not doing a single bit of revision of my class. Okay, nobody used to take note. Nobody is trying to open again the notebook if they have written some note. Okay, hardly one or two or maybe four people who are trying to do their best. So maybe you can say 5 to 8 is one of them. Okay, so please guys, it's not like, it's not kind of where you have to come and you have to listen and then you have to go. It's not a movie, okay, where you have to just watch and then just talk about some for a while and then you just forget. Okay, sorry, I don't need to take that kind of example, because in movie, if you have watched Prabhas movie, then entire day you will remember, and maybe entire month you will remember how exactly he has done his acting. So I would say, please, give some time to these classes, because it's not straightforward, and it's not like you can just go through once and you will be able to tackle, and maybe you would be able to give answer. So think about it once, okay, and then only you have to apply your brain here. Okay, now if let me just go to the next example which I would like to Actually, I was about to say something, or maybe you can say like I was about to give some other answer, but because of you guys, I would have to take that kind of thing. I really don't like to give such kind of a statement, but yeah, you guys are insisting me to do that. So here I was saying is I need to print like this. So what would be the output of this? Okay, so let's see. So here what I am doing is, let me copy both the thing. Then let me share my screen, Jupyter notebook over here, and then let me write it like this. So now one by one, let us take each statement, what would be the output. So here I am writing print, and then I'm passing here C here. So what would be the output generally? Means I know like people might know about. So here what I am trying to expect and what I am trying to fetch actually. I'm not passing anything from here. I'm not passing anything here. I'm just passing here step size. You can see when I'm passing a step. Okay, think about it. When I'm passing a step, that means you have total how many counts? This value will come how many times? These many times. So let me copy this and then let me just write here. Okay, now with this, what I'm printing here is I need this one because step size is 4. So first I'm gonna print here. Now second, let me write 9 and then skip 1, 2, 3, 4. Then what would be the output? Tell me, anybody? 8. 1, 2, 3. Then what would be the output? 2. 1, 2, 3. What would be the output? 1. 1, 2, 3. What would be the output? 9. Then 1, 2, 3. Nothing is there. So that is why it is not going up beyond this. So your output looks like exactly the same. So here what we are trying to do, we are trying to omit first and second indices. So I should write here, we should omit first comma second indices. So that is what I have written in my statement. Now I have done here first and second indices. Okay, so now again let me perform my second thing, which I would like to write like this. So I just wanted to omit second indices. Okay, here we are trying to omit second indices. Let me write in this manner. We are trying to omit second indices. We'll see what exactly the output we should be getting. So I'm gonna write here print, and then you should write inside this bracket is like this. What should be the output? So you can say 9 and 2. We are getting 9 and 2. So how exactly we are getting 9 and 2? So here you can see I have started with 6. That means let me take the same example and sorry, my bad. Let me take my same example and I should be writing the same so that you can get proper visibility and clarity, like how exactly sir has been calculating these things. Now first we don't need to do anything, second also we don't need to do anything, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. That means what is coming up in sixth? 9. Now the step size is what? The step size is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and now if I will write it here, then we are trying to write 2. So that is what is going on here. Okay, so think about it quite a bit and just tell me few more things. So it's an exercise for you guys. Just think about it. Same question. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you, can you give me the output of this? I would like to give you 1 or 2 minutes at least but I want the output for this. So I'm going to write here 6, 0 and -3. Yeah, yes, I guess. Now tell me the output, please find output. I'm going to keep myself as in mute, but I want output after 2 to max 3 minutes. Please come up with the correct answer. So I guess time's up, or you need another 1 Just do let me know if you still need. I got some answers, but still I just needed few more people to ping actually. Okay, then tell me one more thing. Somebody can answer to that. Uh, okay, okay. Thank you. I am getting 2 3 answers right away, or not 2 3. I got quite a lot. Okay. Okay. So let me just print out what exactly the output we will be getting. 92. So there are many people who has given a right answer, so I'm into the heaven, you can say. uh, Yes, I got many of them who has given right answer actually. 556 is one of them. Okay. 520 is also, one of them. Anyway, yes. Now, why we are getting five, this, okay. Why we are getting 2? So, do you want me to explain about why we are getting 92 here? Is there anyone who would like to know why we are getting a 92? If anybody would like to me understand, or maybe would like to explain about the same thing, then please do let me know. Otherwise, we can move forward. Guys, if somebody is having any issue, or maybe somebody is not able to correlate this, then do let me know. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you so much. So somebody has said like they are able to understand this. Now here, so let me move into the some theoretical aspects as well. So here I have mentioned we can specify negative stride value as well. Okay, that is what I have done. Now where we steps backward through the string. Okay, that is what we have done. Now we have to keep one thing in your mind is the starting, or maybe you can say the first index should be greater than the ending or maybe second index. Okay, let me explain my point in this manner. So we will move on to the Jupyter notebook. Okay, then let me write here my few things which I would like to give in a couple of minutes. Here I should be writing like this. What I'm trying to do here is I was asking you something. Okay, I just wanted to tell you what I said in my statement is, what was the statement? So do you remember? So a statement was the starting and first index should be greater than the ending or second index. Now here, let me take my index is 2, 3, and let me here take 2. What would be the output? We are getting nothing. Let me take it as a 7. Let me take it as in 3. What would be the output? Nothing. Now again, let me take this as well, 2. What would be the output? Nothing. So that means you need to think about why we are getting like this. So we do not have my string, or my length of the character is not big, because 7 step it is saying, and my length you can say like here something like that. Even though if I will write here 4, then we won't get anything. Or we are getting, yes, we are getting. Why we are getting this? You know why? Because this and this index is fine. Otherwise it wouldn't have any issue. Now instead of this, if I will write here, let's say 1, what would be the output? We are getting nothing. So that is what I conveyed in my statement by saying the starting or first index should be greater than the second index or maybe ending index. Okay, are you getting my point? Okay, now here we will discuss about some of the string where I just wanted to mention -1 instead of doing anything. I would like to just mention -1. So same manner here you can see, like I have taken this example. I would like to give this example to you guys. You can see here I have written this example like this. Okay, and if I am trying to print my demo string, then what should be the output we would be expecting? Tell me. So what I have written here is, hey, do you have my Insta? Are you following me? So actually I wanted to write here, are you on Insta? If not, then are you following me? Yes. If it is, then you have to print like this. So what should be the output? You can see if I will write only -1, then entire string is getting read it from the end, and it should be a reverse. So me should be written as in em, following should be started with g and I, something like that. You can see. So this is what happening when we will not mention starting index or maybe second index. We just mentioning the last index as in -1. Okay. So guys, yeah, just think about it. I'm not saying like you have to think more, but yeah, you have to just think about it. Okay, now we will sorry, just we will move ahead with the next presentation, which I would say it's another topic, and which is pretty much you guys are quite aware about it because we have already done it. So what it is written? So it's interpolating variables into a string. So when I say interpolating variables into a string, that means what? That means it's a kind of new formatting which is being introduced in 3.6 version, and this feature generally we know is named as formatting string literal, and also in a short form you can say like we generally call it as a f string. Okay, so one of the feature of f string is variable interpolation. Okay, so variable interpolation, when we can specify a variable name directly within an f string literal. So literal, when I say literal means you will come to know like what exactly the literal, and it replaces the name with the corresponding value. Okay, are you getting my point? So it's a one of the feature of f string is variable interpolation. Now here we can specify variable name directly within an f string. So earlier, do you remember like we generally, if we would have to write one print statement, and there we need to insert some sort of statement, or maybe you can say like we need to add we need to write some line over there, then we would have to write comma, and then we have to specify what exactly the variables you have used separated by comma. Okay, that that is without literal. Now if same thing we are gonna do with literal, then what would be the output? So I just I just kept two examples to show you what exactly with literal and without literal, and with literal is what means f string we are gonna use. So let me first take this example and then let me perform my activity. So if I would like to take this example and I'm gonna write on my Jupyter notebook, then what would be the output we should be getting is, you can see in a while, yes, here. Now you can see I have written, I have taken one variable a which has having 30 as in value, then variable b 50, then we have prod ab which is nothing but the product of a cross b. Okay, and then we are trying to print the product of the a. So you can see here I have written comma here, then I have written one variable, again I have written some comma, then I have written this statement here, then again I have written b which is nothing but the another variable, and then again I have here final output which should be the output we are getting after the multiplication of the a and b. So you can see here our output should be what, the product of the 30 and the 50 is 1500. That is what I was trying to write. Now if same thing you are gonna do with literal, so I'm gonna do this. So is I'm missing something here, or I'm just speculating like that is my mistake? So let me run this. You can see here we are getting like this. We have used literal or not? Just tell me. We haven't used any literal. So for literal, we have to specify f here. Now run. You can see the same output which we were getting without literal. Here, let me write it like, now you can see here the same output we are getting from here, same output we are getting from here. But do you know, we are getting, here this statement looks quite messy, or maybe somewhere you must have forgotten something, maybe in one comma, then you feel like, oh, so bad, like I have missed something and all. But here you don't know, you are not going to feel anything about it. Now you can see here, I have just mentioned f, in front of that. That's it. I have done nothing here. So guys, you just need to append here, or you can say like just a prefix with f before you are going to write some statement. Okay, and nothing else we need to write here. The same manner you need to apply literal. So that is what I was taking this particular kind of string, and I was talking about this entire topic. So here a few things which you need to remember while using this in you can say literal. Here I am writing here, when we specify either F or capital F before the opening of a quote of the string literal. Okay, suppose you are writing some string. Now you must are going to apply, you will open some quote and then you will close that quote. Now what I'm trying to say here is, before only you have to write F, or maybe small f, or maybe capital F. You can write it there. Okay, and then here, to differentiate between f string and standard string, this is what the reason, and this is how we can differentiate. So we can also do one more thing, specify any variable to be interpolated in curly braces. So when I said like interpolated, that means I have used curly braces. So if you are looking into my example, then you must have seen like I have used curly braces. So here you can see I have used curly braces. Here you can see I have used curly braces for the interpol. Okay. So now this is how actually you can do your stuff. Now, what else? What else apart from this? Just tell me. Is there anything which we can modify here? Think about it. If you are not able to think, then do let me know. Just I would like to share you the very next slide, so that you will come to know what exactly I was talking about. So here we have, so far we have covered string functions. Now we are gonna cover string methods. So first of all, I have taken this particular topic when I was explaining about what is string, what is method, what is function. So what is exactly the difference between the method and function? Because generally we use same word or maybe same kind of statement, but that is not the case. So, and before that, you just need to know, this is very important statement, and it's a one liner, but I truly speaking, everywhere you will get this kind of statement. Now what I'm writing here is, every item of data in a Python program. Okay, when I say every item of a data in a Python program is an object. Okay, so even you'll take one string, or maybe list of an string, or maybe list of an integer. Inside that you will find like there is an object. Okay, every single item is an object. Okay, so that is pretty much straightforward. And in Python generally people use the word, they used to say, in Python everything is an object. everything is an object. They used to use this kind of statement. Now I was explaining you about functions and methods. So what is exactly the difference you guys are facing in functions and the method? Then when I call a name as in function, then what would be the definition of the function? So function is nothing but it's a callable procedure that you can invoke to perform some specific task. Okay. So when I say some specific task, that means it's a kind of, where, perform some task which is, already you might have given or you might have assigned from somewhere else. Okay, that task need to be performed. So it's a callable procedure. When I say procedure, that means there are a set of instructions, or maybe there are a set of steps which you need to perform, or maybe you wanted to invoke it from somewhere else. Then we generally write functions. Okay, then now second thing is method. When we do method and when we write method is, it's a sorry, it's a specialized type of callable procedure which is tightly associated with an object. Okay, so that is why I kept one liner in, in front of you guys, like every item of a data in a Python program is an object. Okay, so that is how you can think. Here also I am writing, method is a specialized type of callable procedure that is tightly associated with an object. Okay. So when I say it's a specialized type of callable procedure which is tightly associated with an object. When I say this, that means you are pretty much aware about your object, or maybe your, target object, you can say. Okay, during the execution. So you are pretty much aware about what exactly my object during, execution. So now you can move on. The syntax is pretty much simple. And when I say syntax, so syntax you just need to write the name of the object, and then you have to just try call the method name. So here maybe I have written just first function as in function name. You can say like I have written just a function. So here object dot, okay, so here you can see this invokes the method first function. So sorry, it's my bad actually. I completely I was on a flow of, function, so I have written here first function. Instead of first function we should have to write here method. So I am writing just first method. Okay, and here I am, though I am specifying you as a method, because generally we used to write everything as in function. So here I have clearly mentioned this invokes method dot first method. So first method is my method. Okay, on an object. So object is nothing but obj which I have, I am using here. Now here it specifies the argument passed to the method. Okay, here it is written, it is being specifies the argument passed to the method. Now maybe, after some time we will try to use the same thing, how exactly we can use that. But maybe while giving some example, definitely I will cover that aspect as well. So before moving to that, let me just cover you and maybe point it out to you one more topic, is like case conversion. Okay, when we say case conversion, then that means it's a kind of method in, in the group which perform the case conversion on a target string. So suppose it is being given to you one of the string. Now you want some modification, or maybe you want some sort of manipulation on it. So when I say manipulation, that means you wanted to modify your string, or maybe you wanted to, maybe you wanted to change it to uppercase, or maybe you wanted everything is in alphabetica, sorry, capital letter, or maybe that kind of thing, lowercase, uppercase, and these kind of statement. Okay, or maybe you just wanted, you had to take some input, just like my name, let's say Praveen Kumar Singh I have written. So I am normally, I was in a flow and I have written Praveen Kumar Singh. Now I want my first letter or maybe first character should be in on uppercase. Okay, that is how actually we write our name. So for that, what we do, we will use capitalize method, where we will, what we will do is first it will convert my first letter to the uppercase and all the character converted to the lowercase. So are you getting my point? What is case conversion and what is capitalized? So let us listen more about this, and we will think about, we will try to use this particular topic here, and we will write here. So let me write in this manner. So now let me run this string as in like this. Now you can see here my statement which I was written here is Python programming class, and every first letter is in a small letter, you can say, like maybe you can say lowercase. Now when I have use the method as in capitalize, then I would be getting what my every my first letter, very first letter, or maybe very first character we are getting as in capital. So you can say here we are getting P as in capital. Okay, so that is how we can use capitalize. Now so when I was saying is when I was talking about how exactly you can call the method, so you can see here this is my one kind of object, this is my one kind of object. So I'm calling object here, then I just need to specify dot, and then I have to specify my method. So this method which is already available in the Python, so this method we can use by calling just object dot and method name. Okay, so then this is fine. Now let me move on to the next topic, and where you can find more methods. Sorry. Yep. Yep. Now let me use here. So okay, before that let me just share my screen. So this is what actually I have done. So string is nothing but this one, Python programming class. Now is it everybody is able to see my screen or not? Means Jupyter notebook I am saying. So I guess I hope everybody is able to see. Yes, thank you. Now so you can see here I have just specified one string here, I have done nothing else. Yes, okay. Now and then here I have written entire string here like this, and then I have created this object which is nothing but the str, because I said in the beginning everything is in as an object in Python. So I have just created object, then I have just specified dot and then capitalize. So when I call the method called as capitalize, then you can see this is the way. Now what it does is, earlier the P is in a small letter, now we are getting the P is in capital letter. Okay, so that is how we do we use this kind of method which is already present in our Python. So now that is what I was saying is, and now let us move on to the next method, which is nothing but the lower. And I know like you guys are pretty much familiar with this. What it does, it will convert all the alphabetic characters to the lower case. Okay, because it is lower. If I'm going to use upper, then it is going to convert all the lower case into the upper. So let me take one example and let me use that method, which method is already available, you can say, is, so let me write in this here. So I'm gonna use instead of let me write lower method. Okay, now here let me write like this because it's a kind of a string. Now here I'm gonna call string dot lower. So what would be the output? So if we will run, we will get, something went wrong. So let me write it like p, small p, and now you can see the output should be Python. So here, if instead of Python, let me write everything is in capital letter. Okay, you can see here, and I'm gonna call one method which is nothing but the lower. So if we will call this, so it will take object dot method. If we will run, we will get, you can see here we are getting output as in Python, which is nothing but in lowercase. Okay, so this is how you can use this kind of method. Now we are pending with, one more method which I'm gonna cover for today. So it's nothing but the swap case. So swap case is what? It generally uppercase alphabet, what all uppercase alphabetic is present, you can say like characters, can be converted into the lowercase, and the lowercase alphabetic characters converted into the uppercase. Okay, so if you wanted to take an example, maybe you can, say the name as in Python programming classes. So let me share my Jupyter notebook and let me write here straight away. I wanted to write some bigger string, you can say. So I'm gonna write Python. You are into programming classes. So let me write in this manner. Okay. So I hope everybody would be able to see my Jupyter notebook. Yes. Now if we will run this, what would be the output? So I'm gonna write here swap case, and then we'll see what would be the output. So you guys are able to see this string which I'm using here. Now let me convert it. You can see here p I have kept as capital, but I am getting output as in small. Okay, and rest my characters are in small letter, but when I run this method I would be getting everything is in uppercase. Okay, so in this manner, wherever we need to convert my uppercase to the lowercase, or maybe my lowercase to the uppercase, or you can say vice versa, then we can use swap case. Okay, so are we clear till this point, guys? You just acknowledge me by pinging, like you guys are following me or not. Okay, somebody has pinged me about this. Okay, yeah, yes, somebody has said something. I don't actually recall that. Yeah, okay. So we are pretty much clear about this topic, and guys, please, the moment I started my class, I have asked one question, and the question belongs to previous class. Then you would not be able to give answer. So it really, it's a kind of you can say like I feel really demotivated. So I don't want to expect this kind of behavior. Maybe you can just give half an hour or maybe 1 hour. That is also suffice my requirement. But at least you should give some time. Okay. So please take it serious. On a serious note, please work on it, and give some time, hardly half an hour for the time being. Or maybe if you wanted to do code, please apply at least your 1 hour, invest your 1 hour right now. Then definitely you will get much more comfort in your later point of time. So with this we can we can close our session. And before closing, I just wanted to know from you guys, do you have any sort of question or maybe anything which you would like to ask from me? Guys, please do let me know if you have any further question. Please do let me know. I'm not getting any output from you guys. Okay, okay, everybody is saying like they have understood completely. Okay, so if you guys are following up and you guys are cope up with me, then please just give some sort of revision whatever I have taught you, because if I'm gonna take test, then it should be a surprise test. So I just keep on reminding you guys. I don't know when I'm gonna take test. Okay, So guys, with this, let me close my session. Okay, thank you so much for listening to me, and for your participation. Thank you so much. So I'm gonna close my session now. Thank you all.